Are gifts to your tenants allowable for tax purposes? How does it work? Hi, I'm Kimberly Shapcotts, qualified chartered accountant, property investor and entrepreneur. Let's sit down and have a chat. For some landlords, it may be that you decide to give gifts to your tenants. So maybe a box of chocolates at Christmas or a bottle of wine to your tenants to just kind of keep that good relationship, and they look after the house and you look after them. Now, the question comes, is this expense an allowable expense in your business? Now, for those individuals in their own name, then that expense is probably not going to be allowable for tax. However, if you're in a company, then the expense is definitely going to be something I would be saying to put through your company to claim that expense as a company expense. In terms of that, we need to make sure we've got the receipt for purchasing that expense, and if you've done it in your own name, you potentially need to be doing an expense claim form. Now, if you're not sure about expense claim forms, check out the separate video on expense claim forms and you can see how that all fits together. When you've done your expense claim form, you can then repay the money from your company account, assuming that there is funds there to repay you. So this moves us on to whether or not we can claim this expense for tax. And unfortunately, I'm again a bearer of bad news in this video to say no, they are not allowable for tax purposes because they fall within the entertaining classification of tax expenses. This means that you're not going to be getting a corporation tax reduction. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't spend this money. It may be you do this and your tenants look after your house, and it's kind of this good balance with your tenants by kind of giving and showing concern for them. However, I'd probably say don't go spending lots and lots of money on these sorts of things because they're not going to be allowable for tax purposes. In summary, yes, you can give gifts to your tenants. Yes, you can put them through your company as an expense. Unfortunately, they are not allowable for tax purposes. So do just monitor how much you may be spending on these sorts of expenses to ensure that you're finding the right benefit to that cost that you are incurring. Hopefully today you've discovered what happens with any gifts that you might give to your tenants. If you have any questions, then please do leave a comment. Please like the video and do subscribe to the channel, and let's make tax less taxing.